Welcome back, everybody, to Warriors of the Rainbow Spiritual Guidance YouTube channel. As always, my name is Jason, and I will be your guide. Man, I said all my words right there. Welcome back to those that are returning. To anyone that is new, welcome to the Soul Tribe. No matter when you get here, how you get here, you are meant to be here. There's most likely something in this reading that you're meant to hear. If my messages resonate with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload. I ask that you like the video so it helps the channel grow. And if you like to purchase a private reading, go ahead and email me. It's in the description box. I have many options. I can do past life, Akashic records, energy, spiritual, love, career, finance, whatever the reading is. There's many options, so go ahead and email me. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, there's also options to do that as well. Thank you guys. I do put your name in a notebook where I use my intention, send a prayer out to you guys. So I truly appreciate all the donations, all the love, all the support. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So thank you. And lastly, remember these are collective readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember, the energy could be switched. You'll have to use your own discernment and intuition when it comes to placing the energy where it applies. But let's get right into this reading. So I do feel that a lot of us have been feeling as we go through a spiritual awakening, we kind of like stagnate because we're like taking in all this information and we're not sure what to do with it. And then also, at what level we are at is at the same level we are taking in the information. For example, you may get some type of download, but your consciousness is not fully there yet to actually receive that download in the light that it's meant to be received, right? So, like, a perfect example of this would be when most people go through the beginning of their spiritual awakening, they come to the realization that they are the Christ, that they're the reincarnated Jesus, right? And then later on, they realized that there was a deeper meaning to that download that they received. Yes, it was a real download, but it wasn't the actual man, Jesus. That's the difference, okay? So I'll say that you guys, I feel like a lot of you guys have been getting downloads and you've been trying to find a lot of truth and it's kind of been stagnating you. While Spirit is now integrating your shadow and pushing you to take time to heal these inner pathways that have been created during the programming so that then you take action. Action will be required and it is going to come to a point where you're going to have to start moving towards what you're asked to do or what you want to do, right? But some of you guys don't know what you want to do because you're still living in fear. You're still wondering, why am I here, and not seeing the point, right? So this process, this rest of this month, I feel is setting you free. Actually, I feel like most of you guys are being freed right now. Because if you look right here, all tied up energy in reverse, that means you're freeing yourself from something. And for some of you guys, it could be something to do with uh, something to do with money, or you're thinking about like leaving some type of job or something like that. For others of you, it could be um, a feminine energy that is starting to. That's what I'm getting. Thank you, Spirit. So I feel like there's a feminine energy that you're starting to, instead of tapping into the more intellect, you're tapping into the more spiritual side, right? And that side is causing you to free yourself up and bringing you into balance. The hemisync, that's what I'm getting, hemisync. Yeah, and look, I can't make it up because the crown chakra, yeah, that's about the brain. And when you do this, it's going to open up the door to healing and happiness. I definitely feel that. Here in the middle, you get your sacrifice, okay? Which, let me actually check to see what card that is. That is the Hanged Man. So, this is about the, see I love this way they draw this card because a lot of people think the Hanged Man, the meaning of it is being like trapped, feeling trapped. No, it's not actually. What it means is bringing down divine wisdom to the earth. And if you see right here, feeling all tied up, divine feminine, yeah, and this is a divine feminine, right? So I feel like what is happening is you are becoming more aware of the feminine energy And what is happening is your heart is opening up. Mind, heart, coherence is what I'm getting. This is a vibrational change. This vibration change is bringing you towards victory and success and leading you to new beginnings. Way more, because you're tapping into your spiritual strength and you're literally turning away from things that are not for you, right? It's the shadow. And what is that doing? It's accelerating everything, okay? Yeah, it's going to bring you a lot of rewards. A lot of truth is coming towards you as well. In the challenge is, this says seek, but to me this is taking time, meditation. Some of you guys are looking too much into the intellect side, like I was saying, instead of tapping into the divine feminine side, and like that energy that's coming through is being filtered through the left side of the mind instead of the right. But what's happening now is both sides are coming on, and you see this, it's coming down through the center, right? And coming from more place of love. The teach, the Hierophant, is in the challenge, meaning, so for some of you guys, you could be trying to teach stuff, but what's happening is you're not meant to teach right now if you're in that, if you're not able to receive the downloads that you're getting in the right light. Also, some of you guys may be having a hard time asking for help, and you may be not feeling stable right now because of this transition that's happening, and it could be something to do with mastering your emotions here. In the advice, we have loyal heart and why, which we'll get into that. Like I said, I do feel it's about integrating your heart. It's about mind-heart coherence. It's about getting out of the left side of the brain and start operating in the right side. And freeing yourself from situations that are not aligned to where you're headed. Okay? Some of you guys, it could be you're going through a cycle of addiction, right, to a cycle of freedom. Okay? And like I said, the consciousness level that you're at right now, if you look back a year ago, you've shifted. If you're really on the spiritual awakening journey, the beliefs that you had a year ago are not aligning to beliefs now, because you're expanding. Your things are, like downloads that I got a year ago, now I see the true meaning of it. If you guys go back and watch my readings, you see the growth. It's there. I go from reading from the ego to reading from the higher self. And now at times when I read, I will tap into the ego because I have to, because I have both sides of the coin watching my readings. So in order for me to deliver them a message, I will have to tap into their energy. Hope that makes sense. Some of you guys need to get out of the paranoid energy. Okay? Like looking outside and afraid of the world coming to get you, because you cannot believe in universal law and believe that there is a power outside of yourself that can hurt you. And you can't be mad and upset at the world the way it is, because you created it this way too. The only way we heal this world is by healing ourselves. You can't project onto the world, it's theirs, they. No, you can't do it, because in truth, you know now, once you go through an awakening, that you had a part into it. How many lifetimes have you been here? We allowed this to happen. We created it, and we don't know where we were in lifetimes before. We could have been a big part of it. Really, truly think about it. And if you say you wrote the Bible, if you say you had something to do with write the Bible like I did, now I'm really awakening, because that's a book of commerce as well, of this the civilization and the way it is. Believe it or not, it's there. For some of you guys, you're aware of that. For some of you, you're not. But that's okay. All right, let's read the astrological energy. You guys, try to watch your readings till the end, because they get it big. They're important. All right, dignified. That's the energy I got here, is dignified. So dignified, a planet is at its strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified in a sign or placement that aligns with its nature and adds strength. For example, Mars is most Mars-like when Scorpio or Aries, the two sign it rules, or in Capricorn, which is a strong sign of leadership. A dignified planet is like the soccer player who happens to be out in front and free, in the exact right place to receive a pass. Action. Your voice matters. Trust that you are what's needed here at this moment. You are in your element and at the right place at the right time. So you have an advantage, but it's up to you to make a choice or run with the ball. Dodge the obstacles and look for the opportunities just beginning to emerge. Have faith in yourself. You have what it takes. And even if you don't know it yet, it is up to you to tap into your potential and find the resources within. Play to your strength, use your contacts, sing the song that best fits your voice. Do so with humble respect for the process. This situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. The wind is with you, but will not do the work for you. Take the lead, do your work, and bring your team along with you. Yeah, so it is telling me like this spiritual union here is like things are actually because you're shifting your energy and your energy is starting to vibrate at a higher level. Yeah, it's may have been rough for a few weeks. It was for me because I had to integrate the shadow. I had to dig in and get the programming out of me. Well, in order for me to have a curse, right? In order for me to have a thumb, break a thumb, I need to have it. In order for me to transmute an emotion, I have to feel it. I have to embody it. I have to identify with it and then realize, oh, wait a second, that's not me. It's a program. The challenge here. It may be tempting to take over, yes, and it's time for you to shine, but bring everyone along with you rather than dominate them, or you may be left high and dry once the game is over. Be aware of that, you guys. Remember, everyone is the same being. Look at everybody as a divine source, even the ones you have trouble loving and caring for, because they're not, don't be offended by someone's programming. Love them. See yourself in them. Gift. For weeks, months, or lifetimes, you have prepared for this moment. The muscles you built in your body and soul and understanding you have acquired are needed here at this time and place. Yeah, truly just see that everything you went through was preparing you for this. You cannot experience bliss without experience in the other side of the coin. So wherever you are, remember, like, in order to find out the food you like, you had to try out a lot of food you didn't like. In order to find out what's good for you or what resonates with you, you had to find out a lot what doesn't resonate with you. Release the resentment and see the truth in that. All right, the 10th house, authority. If your chart were a village map, the 10th house would hold the courthouse, government seat, and the public face of your work. Here is the arena for your most public self, your relationship to authority figures, and your role as a leader. Action. You're being asked to step up and take on the next level of personal authority. It's hard to build something without a clear blueprint, so look at your definition of a strong leader and decide whether you need to amend it. Remember how you felt as a kid about your parents, a school principal, priests, police, and teachers, and observe whether they use their responsibility wisely and encourage you to develop yours, or whether you needed to rebel to be safe. Notice your relationship to the concept of divine authority and investigate if it was something to be feared, ignored, or expanded. Did it offer you safety and refuge? These patterns affect both how you react to the outside authority and what you expect from yourself as a parent, professional, or leader. Sort between the traits that worked and those not worth emulating. Deconstruct assumptions about authority that no longer serve you. Authority is no longer what other people carry. It is what you are developing within. Take responsibility for healing old wounds around empowerment and create new blueprints. If needed, tell off someone who abused their authority, either in person, in therapy, or in a letter you burn and release. Get the training and certification you need. Create a mental collage of good role models, people who lead in a way that empowers others. Create a clear picture of a competent, responsible, lovable, and empowering authority. Step into that role and be the pillar in your community and family with confidence. Yeah, so it's really asking what Spirit's trying to tell you is the outer is a reflection of the inner. If you want the outer to change, you must change the programming, the inner, okay? I watched this very profound video. I wish I could remember the name of the guy, something Chase. And he was talking about how we treat the symptom instead of treating the root cause, right? So, for example, if somebody wants to be more confident, what you find people doing is trying to mimic other people and their confidence ways. But that's a fraud, because that's not going to change the programming that made you not confident. Where the root is the solution. It's not symptoms. Don't treat the symptoms, treat the root cause. Treat the cause. Cause and effect. What's the effect is what the cause is. So you got to treat the cause. All right, that's something very important for somebody here. All right, challenge. A bully is a priority of true leadership. Be careful not to mistake power over other people as equal to empowerment within. Okay, in relationships, that download I just got, right? Do not say, well, I am going to treat this person like crap because they treated me like crap and I let it happen for years. So now I'm going to be empowered and I'm going to I'm going to treat them because they're treating me bad. I'm going to treat them bad. Don't do that. That's not empowerment. That's actually disempowerment. Remember, don't attack others for their programming. Love them. That's where the power lies. Gift. Wherever you are in your evolution, it's time to take the next step up the mountain of leadership, empowerment, and accomplishment. And I feel like most of you guys are, to be honest with you. Okay? But you got to start being honest with yourself too. You really got to be honest with yourself, and you got to sacrifice anything that is bringing your vibration down. All right, I didn't do the pre-shuffle like I normally would. So let me just pre-shuffle this. Remember, kindness is not weakness. And some people, they may mistake your kindness for a weakness, but it's not true, okay? And even if people have done you harm in their programming, do not find that, don't let that encourage you to do the same thing to them. Like, I used to be like that, and I have to admit that stuff. I had to bring that to the surface. You say, oh, you want to hurt me? Well, I'm going to hurt you, And Spirit showed me, especially during this cycle here, the shadow cycle, that is putting fire to fire. Love. Come from the place of love. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies. Please show the beautiful collective. Anyone that comes across this message, Spirit, what they need to see. Anyone that comes across this message, Spirit, what they need to see. Anyone that comes across this message, Spirit, what they need to see. One more shuffle. I do feel you are a new breed here. After this cycle here, it's quite beautiful. All right, some of you guys are not feeling too well, all right? Could be worried about money. Definitely, it could be something about a Capricorn that maybe you're like leaving or something here. This could be what I'm tapping into, but don't project onto them. Like I said, love them for whatever the issue is. I have to say I'm feeling it, okay? But for some of you guys, it's also addictions here, and you've been investing in this perception, not seeing the value in what's in front of you or something like that. I don't know. I even know what that means completely, but I said it. The Star, the Nine of Swords, the Justice, the High Priestess in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, all right, and the Sun. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the Moon. So, again, to me, it's talking about, first of all, emotions, okay? This is Cancer, because that crab, well, it's a lobster, I believe, but it reminds me of Cancer energy. Some people say it's Pisces energy, and it could be. So I'm going to first start over here. You got balance. You got the law of justice, which is karma, okay? And you got the Star. To me, this is telling me that it's the law of cause and effect. That is always at play here. For some of you guys, you're feeling stuck and trapped because of you're focusing on the wrong aspects. You're not truly tapping into the divine feminine energy that knows that it's safe and it's okay. And instead, you're letting the subconscious mind deceive you. The unconscious mind is causing manipulating you, okay? And because what happens is when you're not tapping into that energy, you are in a state of fear. Instead of being in a state of hope and positive, create a state of creativity, you end up being in a state of fear, feeling trapped, feeling worried, not knowing where to go. Because what happens is you can't see with certainty what's going to happen. Well, you got to understand that you are safe as long as you understand that the laws of cause and effect, and you treat the cause instead of treating the symptom, like I said, or instead of focusing on the fear and the illusion of the subconscious mind, it's going to trick you. It does. Then you're not tapping into your intuition. That's why, because you're very logic minded. And what I see here is this is a cycle that is coming. You're coming out of that cycle and you're trying to tap more into it. And yes, it's going to free you from being worried. You don't want to chase certainty, you want to chase uncertainty, because nothing is certain but death. That's it. So I do see that there is a new, you're being called to take action and to understand you have the boomstick, right? That's what I keep hearing readers always call it, and I'm picking it up because that's the energy that you have to embody. You have to understand that you are already one with your creator, with your creation. You also have to understand that everything is based in a law, okay? You're going to always get what you put out. Treat the cause so that this, when the world brings it back around to you, you receive favor and fortune. And it's a positive thing, okay? To me, it's like you're gonna love this new cycle that's coming in after this integration period is fully done. And for some of you guys, it's not fully done yet. All right, it's going to. It's also like what I'm getting here with this loyal heart is it's like telling you to don't become triggered. I mean, you're going to be triggered, but laugh at the ego. Don't operate from the ego. Operate from the spiritual mind here, okay? Because I see that once this integrates, you're going to become more emotionally stable. You're going to understand what has happened, and you're going to be able to walk away, with a new spark from the inner child, new intuitive insight that's going to cause passionate action, new endings and new beginnings, downloads. Yeah, it's a slow movement, but look, it's happening. Okay? You're going to see this. It's truth. That energy on that energy. And yeah, of course, some things are going to have to be left out in the cold. Some things are going to have to be dropped because, that's what happens in life. Your problems are being solved. You're dealing with your problems here during this cycle. All right, let's read this advice here. First, let's start off with why. I have why, and then I have loyal heart. Why, number 31, which is number 4. Wow, look at that. Boom. Central meanings, motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. There is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is a key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. Right. Why am I being triggered? Why did I get triggered by that? Why is that? Am I feeling this way? Why is this manifesting? What is it within me? Because remember, the cause creates the effect. That's the focus that needs to be switched. And I feel for many of you it has been. Relationship message. We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you're being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? And spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition. from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are buried treasures of the why. Uncover them, posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? You know, sometimes you have to realize a common denominator may be yourself. And that's what I got during that right there. It's not about being right or wrong. It's not like good or bad. It's about identifying if it resonates with truth and removing it. Prosperity message. Knowing the motives behind your career and creative ventures is a ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourself some probing questions. Are you driven by desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by the need to make money, acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having agendas hidden from yourself will lead to disappointment and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they are not, change them so you can step into your extraordinary life. You know, I did a private reading yesterday and I kind of said this, like, I wrote in my journal last January about what I wanted for the next year, right? And I wanted to get my license back. I wanted to pay some debt and things like that. And then not even a month later, I got a job, right? I got rent relief and I got a job. And did I take advantage of it? I forgot what I wrote down in that journal. And now I look back and I say, wow, the Creator really did bring everything to me to make that possible, but I didn't take the action because in my soul, my mind, my intellect mind wanted one thing, but my spiritual side wanting another. Like wanted to heal so that I could have things that would last for the whole life, not just temporary things, right? But spirit did make it happen, and I didn't take action. With humility, I admit that stuff. It's the same thing happening with you guys. Protection message. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with the partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong. But deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness you seek. I'm not even going to tap into that because that just resonated in my situations in my life in the past. And I'm pretty sure it just hit home to somebody on here because I felt it. All right, last one here. And then I'll do the angel answers and we'll close out this reading. Loyal heart, fidelity, loyalty, devotion. The Oracle's message. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in return commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. I'm only going to read this in the protection message here, because I feel like this is the important messages here. The protection message. Are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea? Or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Could it be that it's because it's become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of the old and all your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you. Make some room. It's about trusting, man. And like I just gave you an awesome example about how I wrote all that manifesting stuff and then Spirit brought it to me. But was I ready to see it? I didn't, at that time, my consciousness didn't, I guess, was still trying to believe. So I didn't see it. All right, let's do the angel answers and close out this reading. Spirit, guides, angels, If you guys have a yes or no question, it's a time to ask. If you have a time-related question, it's also time to ask. Remember, use your discernment as these are collective readings. Pause the reading if you have to meditate on the advice you're seeking. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies, please show the beautiful collective anyone that comes across this message what they need to see. Anxiety, man, sometimes build character. I know, like, going into the unknown can be hard, but I think this reading is probably another really powerful one. And I know I tapped in because I just flowed. I didn't have to think about it. All right. Be assertive. Take action. Yes, improving health. And at the bottom of the deck, if you believe. So yes, this reading was for you. I don't know, somebody asked that. That's what Spirit said. And if you believe, it's time to believe in yourself, and it's time to trust Spirit, and it's time to fully understand that everything you want is already there, if you believe it. Like I said, I wrote that stuff, and Spirit brought it, but was I fully believing in myself? Clearly I wasn't. Hence, I didn't take the action that was required for me to get that. Remember, if you want something, there will be required action. Don't treat the symptom, treat the cause. I love you guys. If you'd like to purchase a private reading, go ahead and email me. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can also do so in the description box. I ask if the message resonates, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, you guys. I love you all. Sending you so much love. From my sacred heart to your sacred heart. Namaste.